This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All right, welcome back to the postgame show, and we have right now the presentation at midfield with the district championship pins for the Lake City Trojans.
Yeah.
And while they're doing that, Dan, your thoughts first of all on Westwood.
Oh, Westwood, you know what? Didn't know much about them coming in other than they had a strong quarterback, a 1,000-yard runner, a 600-yard passer, and he had a heck of a game here today. Defensively, we knew they were pretty strong. Lake City just a little bit better today.
Yep.
When you look at this game, you see a 25-16 Trojan victory. 4 Zach Noren touchdowns, 1 receiving on a well-designed, receptive kind of play. 2 short runs, and then the big slam, the 70-yard run moments after Ishpeming Westwood had climbed right back into the game.
Yeah, and you have Ashton Bergman for the Patriots, who is just a great runner, played wonderful defense. Ethan Burke had some big plays on defense and offense, Dan, with the great reception there, the diving catch. Defensively, between Hewitt and Homola and Gillis, I mean, just a great core there of linebackers. So they've got, a lot of good core players that'll be back next year. So a bright future for Westwood. Now looking at Lake City, I mean, they're moving on.
They get to play Breckenridge next week, Breckenridge High School. In Lake City, you look at Zach Noren, and certainly he gets all the accolades he deserves, but that offensive line did a great job blocking, and they have a lot more weapons out there. They got Marion out wide, Jacob Ball, Francisco with some great screens. They're a multi-talented offensive team, and defensively, what can you say?
Defensively,
2 points last week, 16 today,
right?
And they've watch teams kind of get a few first downs down the field, and then all of a sudden they just clamp it on.
Yeah, you look at Waylon Ising, he's heading up the defensive backs, and then you've got Skylar Miller, and you've got
Walker Herrig with some big tackles there today.
Miles McLeod, 54, he played great. You have Thomas Miller in there. Also Bloomberg, Thomas Bloomberg makes some big tackles. We mentioned Skylar Miller. Just a well-rounded defense, defensive backs and linemen doing the job. So certainly they've got some hopes here, Dan, of going a little deeper.
Yep. Anything can happen. You got another week of practice. You got to hope for healing up injuries. Nobody hopefully gets hurt during the week of practice. I'm sure they'll be coaching staff will be going through all kinds of film in the next day or so, getting ready for another week of playoff football. And congratulations to them on earning that right to represent this part of the state very, very well. You watch a handful more of their players getting their individual medals. Jeff Hingston down there doing that announcing, and I think now the big team hardware, the big trophy, Bill.
Oh yeah, this is always exciting.
Kyle Smith.
And head coach Kyle Smith for Lake City out to midfield, and he will receive the district trophy, holding it up for the fans here, and then the team will come in and just swarm him with that district championship. And great sight here, great sportsmanship. The Patriots out there just, congratulating Lake City. But Dan, we want to get our sponsors one more time here to thank them so much.
Thanks again for these area businesses to help us bring you the broadcast here today. Cadillac Castings, Bauman and Rogers, Johnson Oil and Propane, City to Shore Real Estate, Miller's Corner, Fox Motors of Cadillac, Lake City Family Pharmacy, the A&L Trading Post, Don's American Pizza, Ash's Coffee Cup, Young Funeral Home, Ebel's Hardware, and Pizza Plus. Thank you to those sponsors, and certainly to everybody out there today bringing us all this broadcast. Jeff, we appreciate you down on the field down there. With, your insight down on field in that cold weather, joined us up here now in the booth. I'll give him the headphone here in a minute. But Caleb Drake, Max Davidson, and Rain Johnson-Hill out on the cameras in today's cold, snowy weather, especially to start the game. And Wyatt Van Dynen and Heather Stilson in the truck, staying warm, but also all the work they did there.
All right, we're going to have Jeff Castillo here and put the headset on. And Jeff, when you look at this football season, I mean, you covered a lot of games, and then you're able to get down on the sidelines, and it's the first time that 26 Sports and CCTV has had the chance to do this. And what were, I mean, just some of your thoughts to our viewers out there, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, you know, just the feel of the game.
Yeah, you know, I love being down next, you know, on the field. You can hear the hits, you can feel the, you know, all the emotion of the players, and you can see a lot of the sportsmanship that's going on down there. You know, as fierce as these teams are going at each other and everything, it's really just awesome to see the sportsmanship. They're helping each other up. They're saying, you know, nice tackle, you know, and that's what it's all about, really. That's a good thing to see. So it's nice to be down by the field to get that. And what a great football game. I mean, Ishpeming has got a stingy defense. I think they've let up, you know, a little bit less than 7 points a game average all year.
Yeah.
And for Lake City to get 25 points on them. And, you know, Lake City's defense, again, stepped up a number of times. Even though, you know, Ishpeming came up with some, about 3 late fourth down conversions late in the game to keep their drives going and, you know, try to get it a closer game. But then they gave up the big play with Zach Noren's speed down the sideline. So just all around great game.
Yeah. Well, once again, I want to thank Dan Gussert. Dan, just so much fun working with you this year. We're not sure yet what's going to be in store for further playoff games, but at this point, we just want to thank you for all the work you put in and just a great insight, your good sense of humor. Jeff, same thing. All the games you covered this year, and then being down on the sideline, you know, doing something a little bit different. I think that was a good experiment too for 26 Sports and CCTV. And once again, our crew, the owner of My News 26, Eric Wotilla. You know, hats off to Eric for all the effort and what he's put in with the camera, 3 HD cameras in the coverage, and we look forward to a lot of winter sports with basketball and hockey. So
yeah, absolutely.
So once
Thank
again,
you, Bill.
Yeah, my pleasure. I just love doing this and doing stuff, you know, for the kids and for the schools. So once again, as the crowd is out on the field with Lake City. This Division 7 District Championship game, the final score, the Lake City Trojans 25 and the Ishpeming Westwood Patriots 16. Good night, everyone.
Good night.